The Innocence, the complete series, books 1 through 3, written by Colin Lindsay, narrated by Skye. Fragile Innocence, Love in the Age of Immortality, written by Colin Lindsay, narrated by Skye. Prologue. "Come on!" Jenna implored Grace, dragging her along by the sleeve of her blouse. "We have chores," Grace protested. "We always have chores," Jenna replied dismissively and pulled Grace through the long shadows to the old barn, where she flattened herself against its wood planks, listening intently. Grace tried to calm her racing heart, but all she could think of was the trouble they'd get in if they were caught. Jenna peeked around the side of the building and, confirming that there were no witnesses, hurriedly pulled Grace through the open door. Grace racked her brain for an excuse in case they stumbled across someone, and was relieved beyond measure to find the barn empty, save of course for the stabled horses and musty straw. "What are we doing in here?" she asked, wrinkling her nose. "You'll see," Jenna replied with a mischievous grin, beckoning from the ladder to the hayloft. Grace glanced nervously at the door, then followed Jenna up. She pulled herself over the lip to find that Jenna had already spread out a blanket and was sitting cross-legged on it in eager anticipation. Grace sat down across from her, and Jenna removed her bonnet and shook out her hair, which glowed in the sunlight that lanced through the wallboards. Everyone said they could be sisters. They both had flaxen-colored hair, although Jenna's tended slightly more toward blonde and fell in curls, while Grace's hung straight and limp. They both had emerald eyes, although Jenna's lashes were fuller, just like her lips. They both had round faces, although Jenna's wasn't dotted with freckles like Grace's. Grace always thought of Jenna as a prettier version of herself, and secretly wished she'd grow into Jenna's beauty. It wasn't unrealistic, she thought, given that Jenna was always a little ahead of her in everything, despite being only 8 days older, a fact that she constantly reminded her of. Jenna's breasts had even come in first, and she was so proud of them that she began to wear clothes that accented them, at least as much as anything could, given the village's conservative attire. Grace envied Jenna's breasts. Envy is a sin, she reminded herself, as is vanity. "I'm a mess," she concluded, shaking her head. "What are we doing here?" she repeated, pulling an errant stalk of...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?